What is up? In today's Daily Bible Breakdown, we're in the book of Mark, chapter 7 and 8. And in chapter 7, we're going to take a look at a group of very religious people versus a very unreligious woman. Whose faith is better? Whose faith is stronger? Whose faith is more effective? The answer may surprise you. Whose is it? Stick around to find out more. Hey, what is up? Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Garvey with the Bible Strength Project. Here once again with another episode of our Daily Bible Breakdown. We're doing two things. One, we're lifting up biblical truth to help you get stronger mentally, physically, most importantly, spiritually. Two, we're reading through the entire Bible in just 1 year, and it is epic. Hanging out in my most happiest of places, the Barn of Knowledge.
Barn of Knowledge.
Got my fitness in earlier today. You need to get your fitness in as well. Hey, we're in the book of Mark, chapter 7 and 8. Here's what I want you to look at. Mark chapter 7 starts off with the Pharisees and some of the teachers of the law, and they're just nitpicking. Jesus, are you supposed to do this? Jesus, are you supposed to do that? Right? They've got all these reasons to doubt. Compare that to this lady starting in verse 24, whose daughter is possessed by an impure spirit. Jesus is pushing her away. At one point, he even calls her a dog, right? And she's finding ways to believe. She's finding ways to lean in. Which one is it going to be for you? So here's a quick story. When I was first going to church, agreed with my wife, yeah, we should be a family that goes to church. I wasn't quite bought in yet. I got to be honest with you. I really had some hang-ups, right? And so I would go in and I would listen to the sermon, and I was looking for something to disagree with. I was looking for something that I didn't think was true. And so we'd be driving home. She'd say, "Henry, what did you think?" I'd be like, "Oh, it was kind of nice. The hymns were nice. The people were nice. But there was that one thing the pastor said I didn't agree with." I was looking for that, just leaning out. It has been my experience, right, that the people with the strongest faith find a way to lean in. They do three things, my friend. Number one, they focus on God, on His majesty, on His glory, on His awesomeness. They don't get caught up in church politics. They don't get caught up in worldly politics. They don't get caught up in all of that junk. They keep their eyes on the Most High God. Number two, they keep the conversation between themselves and God. In other words, they're not worried about other people. They're not judging other people. They're not looking down at other people. They're not even concerned about other people. They want to look in their hearts and clean it out as much as possible and become sanctified. That's the process of becoming like Jesus. They keep the conversation between them and God. And then three, they immerse themselves with grace. Immerse, grace, compassion, mercy. They are filled with grace. They understand the amazing grace God has poured out on them, and so they soak it up and they pour it out on others. Compassion, mercy, kindness, forgiveness. They are grace-based. That is leaning into your faith. They focus on God. They keep the conversation between them and God, and they soak up the grace. When you do that, my friends, you will experience God's blessings in a new and amazing way. Amen. Pass this along to somebody who might need to hear that today. Enough for
Today's Power Verse.
Jumping ahead a little bit to Mark 12:30. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. Do me a favor. Get out your daily Bible reading tracker. Give yourself a check mark. Give yourself credit for doing the work today. It's not easy reading your Bible every day, but we're getting it done. Bob Garvey with the Daily Bible Breakdown. We'll see you tomorrow.